woman who discovers that she has terminal cancer turns to God and becomes a born-again Christian. Early in her sickness, a surgeon proposes radical surgery. "No," she tells him. "I don't want to be mutilated and suffer unnecessary pain. God will help me." A few weeks later, she sees a radiologist who proposes radiation to treat her rapidly growing tumor. "No," she says. "I don't want radiation. Burns inside and out. It's not necessary. God will help me." Soon after, she dies. She goes to heaven and demands an audience with God. "Why didn't you help me?" she whines. "What? I sent you help 3 times. A surgeon, a radiologist, and an oncologist. What more did you fucking want?" I got thrown out of the cancer ward in the local hospital yesterday. Apparently laughter isn't the best medicine. A woman goes to her doctor with a swollen abdomen. The doctor examines her and says, "How's your appetite?" "I'm eating well, thanks, doctor." "Well, that's only natural, now that you are eating for 2, replied the doctor. The woman was overjoyed. "Me and my baby?" "No, you and your fast-growing tumor. My wife is forever saying I don't pay her any attention. So yesterday I was expecting brownie points when I said, 'Have you had your hair done, dear? You look different.' She went ballistic. Don't forget she's having chemotherapy again in a hurry." Quicker showers. A young man went to his doctor for a routine checkup. When he came back in for the results, the doctor said gravely, "I think you'd better sit down. I've got some good news and some bad news." "Okay, doctor," said the young man. "Give me the bad news first." "Well," said the doctor, "you have cancer. It's spreading at an unbelievably rapid rate. It's totally inoperable, and you've about 3 weeks to live." "Jesus," said the young patient, wiping a bead of sweat off his brow. "What's the good news?" "You know that receptionist out in the front office? The one with the big tits and the long blonde hair?" "Well," said the doctor, leaning forward with a grin, "I'm shagging her." "This is wonderful news. Am I pregnant?" "No. You have bowel cancer." A cancer victim walks into a bar. The barman says, "So, what'll you be having?" He replies, "A malignant tumor eating away my decrepit body." They say time is a great healer, unless you have terminal cancer. "Doctor, I'm afraid the tests show that your cancer is advanced. You have 6 months to live." Patient, "But doctor, I can't pay off my private medical bills in 6 months." Doctor, "In that case, you have another 6 months." "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." "Not if you have leukemia." Why did the cancer victim cross the road? "He was hoping to get hit by a truck." A 16-year-old girl goes to see her doctor for a checkup. She complains, "Doctor, every other girl my age has large breasts, but I never seem to develop. Are they ever going to get bigger?" "Actually," the doctor replies, "I've got some good news and some bad news for you. The good news is that your breasts should start growing in the next few weeks." "Oh, that's great," the girl replies. "What's the bad news?" "The tumor is malignant. Say what you like about cancer, it's still the best way for bald kids to meet sports stars. I have just received the devastating news that my girlfriend has terminal cancer, and the doctor has given her less than 9 months to live. On the bright side, at least I don't have to worry now about getting her pregnant." "Why is the beetroot like prostate cancer?" "It turns your piss red!" "My mother told me she was dying from cancer. I told her not to worry, those horoscopes usually get it wrong. A man goes to the doctors for his test results. The doctor says, 'I'm afraid you have cancer. You only have 6 months left to live.'" "God, no," says the man. "What can I do?" The doctor says, "I recommend you move to Stoke-on-Trent. Marry a fat lass and start supporting Port Vale." "Will that cure me?" says the man. "No," says the doctor, "but it will make the 6 months seem a lot longer." A doctor calls a patient to report on a bone scan and biopsy. The patient is out, so the doctor leaves a message to call. As usual, no medical details are left. After a day of missing each other on the phone, the doctor and the patient finally get together. Says the doctor in a matter-of-fact voice, "I have good news and bad news. Which will you have first?" "The good news." "Okay. The reports say that your cancer has spread and that you have 48 hours to live. Do you call that good news?" "It must be the bad news." "What could possibly be worse?" "Well, the bad news is that I've been trying to call you since yesterday." I'll never forget the day my wife was diagnosed with cancer. She never bloody well shuts up about it.